Ricky Rudd right behind him. Jeff Bodine is there, as is Terry Labonte and Mark Martin. Pace car heads for pit road. We're ready for the green.
Got a feeling you may see a few sparks fly before this one is over. Earnhardt sees the green flag, gets away from Ricky Rudd by 3, maybe 5 feet as they hit turn number 1. They break out of the pack and get out all by themselves. Jeff Bodine loses a car length. They're up the back chute.
Ricky Rudd stays with Earnhardt like no one has all afternoon long. He's right on his bumper as they go back to turn number 3. Rudd looks to the outside lane. Quickly, though, falls back down low right behind Earnhardt.
Meanwhile, Bobby Hillen's car has spun up against the outside retaining wall in turn number 1. There is no caution as Hillen's car pulls away, and now Earnhardt, with less than 2 laps to go, is going to feel the challenge from Ricky Rudd.
Rudd puts it down on the inside of the racetrack, gets a fender alongside, but has to back out of it going into turn number 3. Earnhardt slams the door on them again. They're bumper to bumper off turn 2.
And Bobby Hillen may be the spoiler in this. They make contact again. Rudd is there. White flag. They go door to door off into turn number 1, but the lap car of Bobby Hillen, they get together in the middle of the corner. They spin. They go into the outside wall. Earnhardt hits the wall. Rudd hits the wall, and scooting through is Jeff Bodine, and he is going to win the Holly Farms 400 here this afternoon.
Bodine working through turns number 3 and 4. There is caution on the speedway. The checkers are out for Jeff Bodine. Mark Martin finishes 2nd. Labonte 3rd. Harry Gant 4th. Morgan Shepherd will finish 5th. 6th place will be Bill Elliott over 7th place Rusty Wallace. 8th place will go to Ernie Irvin, but you can kind of see that one coming as 2 cars, Ricky Rudd and Dale Earnhardt, were battling for the lead, and they did that slow spin between turns 1 and 2, and it was though the Red Sea had parted for Jeff Bodine, who works his way through the race traffic and picks up the victory here at North Wilkesboro.
Let's go down and check in with Jim Phillips.
Caught up with the 2nd place finisher, Mark Martin. Mark, it didn't end playbook style, but still you got 2nd place again today.
Great run for the Stroh's Light team. You know, it was a great run for us. I'd have liked to have won the race. We had a good enough car to maybe do it. All the cautions played against us. Our car wouldn't run a lick after a caution. After about 50 laps, here it come.
I talked to one of your pit crew members earlier. They say, forget the first 15 laps we're out there. Watch us after the first 15 or 20 laps when the tires get worked in.
Yeah, did you watch it? It was awful good then.
How about when you made the decision, or someone made the decision, you took on 2 tires instead of 4? That seemed to hurt you quite a bit.
I made that decision. It was a mistake. That was my fault. It didn't wind up costing us any position, though, because the car was so sluggish after restarts, you know, we couldn't get it going, and it was a risk that I wanted to take to see if maybe we could pull a win off, but it worked against us.
Mark Martin, another great 2nd place finisher at North Wilkesboro.
Quite a finish here, and some of the fans getting very emotional in that. And the 2 teams of Dale Earnhardt and Ricky Rudd met out on pit road as both cars stopped short of going to the garage area. And all the teams had a few words with each other, just a little pushing and shoving, but it's all over now. The NASCAR officials step in and hopefully get things calmed down a little bit. But as we said, a very emotional finish, and that's very much expected in that type of racing accident here at North Wilkesboro, as Ricky is now walking down pit road and heading back to the garage area. Perhaps we'll be able to get a word with him here in just a moment. Meantime, let's check in with Dick Brooks.
Well, they're bringing the car. The victory circle here is on top of the media building, and they've got a lift outside that they lift the car up with. Jeff has just now gotten off of the car and off the lift, and he's standing up here. But they're bringing the car up just in a minute. I'll be with him.
It is a hydraulic lift that is elevating the car right now. There is a lot of humanity around the entrance of the garage area. The NASCAR officials being very careful there to make sure only those with garage passes are admitted to the garage area, which is normal anyway. But right now, with the emotions having bubbled over just a bit on the part of some,
Eli,
the officials standing by. Let's go back downstairs.
We caught up with Ricky Rudd. Ricky, it came down to you and Dale Earnhardt again, and tell us what happened.
Well, I hated it happen. You know, Dale had a good car all day. His car faded. I don't know if he had a flat tire or what on that last restart. He couldn't seem to get going. Going down the front stretch, we come up on a lap car, and I just dove to the inside, and he came down on me. We got together. I don't really know exactly what happened, but we crashed down there in turn 1.
Well, you really had a good car all day, David, too.
Yeah, really did have a good car. You know, I hated it happen. We had a real good car, and I really hated it happen, but, that's all we can do is racing, I guess.
That's Ricky Rudd.
And that's about all you can say about it. The 2 went into the wall, eliminating any chance that either one had to win.
Marty,
here.
we got an awful happy winner here, I'll tell you. They're trying to get him moved across here. About the happiest man here at this particular time anyway, Jeff Bodine. Jeff, this is one of those days when it just works right.
Yeah, it did. You know, we got down a lap in the beginning, just had a set of tires that weren't working at all. We thought the car was running good in the last practice yesterday, and so we just changed tires, and it ran really good. We still had to adjust. The crew did great, but like I was just saying on television, it shows the character of this team. We're not going to be together next year. We're not going to be with Chevrolet. They say that this clinches the championship for them, and I'm glad I could do that for them, being a Ford next year. And the team just hasn't let down, and we didn't give up today.